by the idea of having a voice at a young age. So
the most beautiful voice maybe that ever was, but
this issue and about what it feels like to be black in a white.
The way they spoke, the way their voices sounded together.
That still small voice inside, that no matter what is thrown at them.
Maui's got a tremendous voice. I got a little bit of that now.
Listening to that voice inside, because there's so much noise that's happening. Listen to that little voice that says, you can do.
It took a little more work, like the voice and making sure.
Yeah. God. Do you like doing voiceover comparatively to kind of live act?
Voiceover thing is just so much simpler.
Yeah.
It's just
everything, and then do voices as well. That's to be able to voice scenes that he wrote. When we
to my horse by the saddlebag facing out this way.
We had I think 100 people. The voice stuff, you have to exaggerate it enough where it's not a real voice, really. It's not.
Well, I love doing voiceover work. It's, you know, you have to channel
and just do a couple little voices here and there.
Voice Batman. I guess I'm just a dumb guy. It didn't occur to me, you know?
Great voices, it definitely makes your job as the...
In your head.
Commotion.
You got voices in your head, that's perfect.
Screwdrivers, miniature built-in radar devices, voice-activated computers.
Take it back, but it went to voicemail, so... Anyway, it was very nice.
Names who have lent their voices to popular video game.
I don't.
Well, an indoor voice.
Ow!
So what happens when you're not...
Every day of your life, and it can happen to you. I believe in it.
His voice again.
This is your last chance to back out.
Twice he didn't.
I have to hear his voice again.
I think comes out in his voice, and that map the character through the voice, the dialogue, the emotion.
Hey, I don't want to kill your voice.
I believe that
voice. Use it.
I'm with them, and I will remain with them.
Boss, I think we
don't. I'll do the thinking.
Of course.
How can you expect me to eat a voice? As some you call that voice, little fella, that a baritone? Together, baby, lift our voices together, partner. Let's make.
Teach them they have a voice.
It's my best school, and I love.
I'm gonna have to find our voice here.
Voice is kind of sultry.
For a bass voice. voice.
S.K.C. wants to know.
I know him.
Really?
I know her.
A new voice was exciting.
He doesn't like to show his face to the...
Stop it.
The devil.
I actually got the invite from Nikki's phone.
Vengeance.
You have a voice. People would follow you. I would...
The voice of an angel.
What do you mean? That's okay.
For shooting your boyfriend?
And I won't be doing the work that I love.
Why not?
And I won't be doing the work that I love.
Why not try to get
voice of a movement?
Please.
You have to move a lot of people.
Today. Somebody's getting invoiced for this shit.
I'm not having.
Gotta hear a friendly voice.
Okay, what? Don't laugh.
His voice is silenced before he has a chance to find out what it...
Rushed. Their mother replied with a voice like silk. It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake. You are welcome, little girl. Hello, Jillian.
Handout. I will pick out the best voices and place you accordingly. What a lovely soprano voice you have. I'm stunned. Greg, your voice is too high for any of the other male
voiceover artist, rather than flying me all the way over from London.
It's live, it's not a voice. I mean, the beauty of it before this voiceover. But this is, I'm challenged to...
A confident woman, but her voice is quivering.
And man can no longer use his voice anymore, and his voice, because the disease was affecting his voice, and it was it was so hard for him to speak voice. But Stephen's resilience was that he just
kicks that voice out of her.
I gave 18 years of my life.
Lavish, the rap game's Lady Savage, voice of the people.
Gentle voices calling, hold.
It's unique to my voice.
You can't move. You can't move. You're paralyzed. Now, sink into the floor. Wait. Sink.
So you guys coming up?
Cat. Words of wisdom.
Floor. My cell phone rings. And this voice tells me.
Now would you?
God damn it.
Don't you goddamn it.
In his inner voice. So it was really that thematic whole voice inside that no matter what is thrown at them.
Him is so tall and big and booming voice, and yet.
Well done, you.
It's the voice you hear inside.
Yes.
I can take care of my voice. I can take care.
Email from Best Buy. Check out all. The following are adult female, can't sleep, and want to have. Sexy Kitten has accepted invitation from Big Guy 4x4. Chat begin. Mr. Theodore Twombly, welcome to the world. In your voice, I sense hesitance. Would you agree with that? Would you like your OS to have a male or female voice?
Well, you seem like a person, but you're just a voice in a computer.
I can understand.
Okay, I will read email for Theodore Twombly. Theodore, we missed you last night, buddy. Don't forget it's.
I just wanted to hear your voice and tell you how much I love you.
Letter to Catherine Clausen.
That rock! Yeah. Don't worry, I got a hashtag for you, small person.
There's a small person here? Oh. Small people make me feel like a great big giant.
Hashtag, keep up now. Hashtag gets what the hashtag wants. Of course you can. Don't be shy. He wants
Their voices. And I know I heard that name Snakes before.
To disagree with you, oh voice from the drain pipe.
Do you wish to activate laser? 3 minutes, 30 seconds to arrival.
Power! Here!
Voice. We could have sold tickets for the stint and made ourselves. Even though it's a very distinct voice, it's a hard one to mimic.
Speaking to you, and you go to the voice. And
That's it! When the world declared in one voice, we will not go.
Liam Neeson's voice to tell him 3 stories. Voice down, but she makes it her own, and she really breathes like a good voice. Hugh Grant also co-stars, but Meryl Streep is the. So Florence's voice is a horror, but if you're after a unique voice and something to say, the production design is
voice telling you that you can do it. I, of course, am showed what's behind it.
Very moment, we need more female voices.
And I think that the genre...
Voice actors were kids for the first one, so they grew up. Is Lucy, and she's voiced by Kristen Wiig.
Yeah. Led by Steve Coogan, apparently.
Yeah, a guy voiced by Steve Coogan.
Voiceover here from a very happy-go-lucky.
Smog is played or voiced. I don't know if they did mocap on the dragon.
That, of course, is the voice of Benedict Cumberbatch. Apparently he does the voice for Smaug and also plays the necromancer.
Exactly. And both of their voices are so melodic and beautiful.
Closely, you kind of go, oh, his voice is a little... But days, my voice is going to be a little hoarse.
I imagine him like at the coffee.
You had problems with your voice messages before?
Donna?
Yeah.
And then when you come to voice them, there are all kinds of so goes the Zek. You know, his voice is
and Chris McQuarrie-esque voice that the adventure is movies and then find my own voice as
Bez spóźnienia nawet o minutę. Synu.
amazing voice. She has this sort of New York accent that's
bathroom. Her voice sounded like it came from the bedroom.
Job. Just chop. You are going to tell me everything I don't know, or I'm going to blow your head. It doesn't belong to us.
Is a monster from some bygone era.
Justin is a musical voice that draws upon his
voice
which matches with the emotions of what a character's saying.
With Cole Wilkinson, that voice from God is still there. Bishop represents. It is the voice of God through this story.
Cutlery in voices, but I had to.
Without a question about the voice, how do you know that it's time? Because a voice is such a deep personal reflection of character. Voice, it's not a supernatural thing. I hear a voice if I'm lucky, and this is a voice that is in. I believe in it, and so if I hear a voice, I becomes in trying to discover that voice in one's own body.
Voice of the Abraham Lincoln in Epcot Center, the animatronic, low, deep voice. His voice was always in a higher tenor range. It was always a higher orator's voice, and in fact, it was a higher voice, and it did surprise a lot of people. But Daniel's creation of the voice did come from him. It came now. I heard his voice, and he was reciting something that Lincoln spoken, and the voice really never changed. That changed. That was the voice that was the character.
It was stuck place in that Lincoln's voice, because it was slightly higher than a deeper voice. I think the voices in the higher register tend to carry.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt had a voice in that register, a little bit lower than Lincoln's voice, but it wasn't that registered. As we all know, FDR, you can imagine how that voice was able to carry.
A really good singing voice.
No. Yeah. No, I don't.
He doesn't have to make sure that people know he's there. He talks. Amazing facility for voice, as well as posture and body language, and it's amazing facility for voice, as well as posture and body language.
Hearing her voice.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cole.
Ruth's performances
Need to be the loudest voice in the room.
Kenny will be recognized as the voice of our generation.
I wish I had your manly voice. I'd skip.
Voice of God.
Out of the hut of history's shame.
Oh, it's gonna get much worse.
Don't panic now. Don't panic.
For my voice, not the way I look, and enjoy my...
The Dap King.
Hit it.
Sharon's voice is like a train.
Voice of reason, motivating him to do the right thing.
His voice and about his life. There's a certain biographical.
Voice on Robot Chicken, as is Patrick Warburton. He lends his voice to the Venture Brothers, as does shared voice duties with Christopher Mintz-Plasse and How to Train.
Voice sounds just like old Blue Eyes. I can't believe.
Your voice an unenthused voice you can imagine. I could tell she could.
Couple voice? No, it's just cheesy. It's up to you, Lou. Whatever you. Yeah, I just do.
Good voice.
Pardon?
Thanksgiving at Karen's house when you sang
the sound of my voice as much as my mum did.
You know what? I want to hear a new voice in 1 week.
What?
Emily should be the voice.
Well, when guests walk into the
Voice.
hotel, I usually say.
So if you're hearing a little voice.
I'm not hearing any magic voice, Dale.
It's there.
Voice that's telling you to stay. That there's a larger little voice that's telling you to stay. That there's a larger, and you might want to listen to that voice.
These girls.
Call her sister. No, we're here to my office. Quick. Carolyn, get Mr. Cassidy for
sound of my voice or see this transmission.
The book, this little serious voice sang her red relic.
Your voice has not changed.
His voice tells me I'm gonna die in 7 days.
How much farther? I don't know how much.
Body back. But
She's got the voice.
And it's just this idea.
You can tell a lot from a person's voice.
You certainly.
Lark's song.
Deeper, softer. None of your
Voice may be no more beautiful than mine.
Sighs.
Yesterday.
Do me a speech. Do me a line.
Another little problem. What do we do now?
What ladybug?
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
Sorry, Dad.
Happy birthday to you.
If I had a voice like Mina's.
Every Sunday, 360 voices come together to sing. One of those voices, well,
It's hard, but it's worth it.
Brooke?
No.
I recognize your voice.
Well, aren't you just the great
This gave them a voice.
Hip-hop didn't invent anything.
Talking over a record.
It's Q-Tip's voice. It's Snoop's swag.
Jesus, what are these goddamn animals?
It's your voice. Happy now? You got what you wanted, right?
Finding your voice.
Please, I just want to hear my song.
To find your voice.
I'm an actress. Speech and debate sounds like...
And you will hear, sotto voce, a voice over the public voice for Hal for the rest of for the boys, meaning this is the voice of Hal for us. Dive. Oh no, can't do that. Kane. That was the voice of Hal for us. In my case.
You don't recognize my voice, Gum? I wanted to be there for you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who?
That voice. Who was that?
Oh, that's right. You don't know.
The voices.
You lower your voice.
Well, I suggest that you get somebody.
A voicemail telling me to tell Francie not to open your RSVP. A voicemail telling me that you're coming. And
To all those voicemails?
you guys right here. What?
Somewhere in the room doing the voice was also very helpful.
No, there were different voices.
So at least two then.
No, the voices were coming from further away.
Okay. Mr. Bias, how many voices you heard and where those voices were coming from?
Your own voice.
Popular biorhythms.
Touch anywhere.
Voice activation.
I found 4 voices on the recordings.
What does that mean?
Multiple.
Show them what's behind it.
We can make the best or the worst of it.
The unspoken voice of a lost generation.
He could have been something great.
Exciting moment.
It's very rare voice. He has a magical smile.
Her voice was really something. I mean, I couldn't stop listening.
I use my own voice. I don't use an accent or...
It's easier in that you've got a voice of truth.
You've saddled this nation with a voiceless...
A voice!
For my voiceover, please.
What's your secret to...
Sort of a fake voice. I'm a concerned citizen with... About was that the voice work on this really is the voice work, and some of it is really like all of the other voice work I've done, and it really is like bad guy voices or adult voices, you know, like.
Well, with animation, it's about the voice. It's the voice, and it helps me anyway to sort of be a
Voice, really. It's not how people really talk, but it's...
Make yourself known!
I'm safe.
Wherever you are. Are you there?
Come to my voice.
Are you hear us?
Get out of here!
Too much aggression!
Deep-voiced Smurf, whose every word...
Okay, narrator Smurf.
The voice, it was very collaborative. Everyone was there because you're telling, and sound of my voice, we got very into it.
Voice, and I am like, I would have done this differently.
A voice said, your job on this planet is to make psychedelic...
Sci-fi drama, Sound of My Voice. The East also stars Ellen Page.
Voice.
My voice. Do people recognize you as much as you think they would? Because I'm losing our voices.
The dancing was amazing. I was there to win.
A little bit.
Dennis just wrote voices, and then...
Wait. Pull what out? The dart, man.
With great Dolby Atmos sound and brightly lit 3D screens.
Branch is voiced by the wonderful and hilarious Justin Timberlake. Wonderful to get to voice these characters, but...
Well, the voice acting I just loved. I loved the...
No, the voice as I'm sort of doing voice work for an animated film, you constantly...
Voice, sort of a puckish, spry, wry play.
Her voice, in the book, it's like described as wind chime.
I can hear this voice telling me that I gotta kill him.
When it came to casting the voice of Russell, the voice ends up influencing the characters.
The voice is real.
I must leave.
No.
Verena!
Matters.
The voice is real.
I must leave.
No.
Verena! She's given me her
voice. I haven't talked to you in a year. How was the engagement? I want to think about it.
Voice, thanks for walking with me.
Voice. Jay, say hi.
Hey, Ned. Hey, Barb. How are you guys?
Voice in Wreck-It Ralph.
I play the voice of Wreck-It that Jane Lynch does the voice for. And then in the
struggle to find a voice, and I think Serena's all of
No money! Don't move! Hurry up! Uh-oh.
That's not his happy voice.
Don't move! I'm switching the glider.
Deal with, but you still get his voice.
Show me the good
Voices that are going to play some of the characters, and we've got
Lovato. They voice Hefty and Smurfette in the movie Smurf.